Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord, church. A little emotional right now. I'll be all right. If there's anything that I can remember about my grandfather, what he taught me, is humility and service. Humility and service. And if there's anything that I'll take with me that I know is to be humble and serve. I'm humble to carry his name and pass it on. And pass on everything that he put inside of me. I thank God for my grandfather. Thank you.
I know we all are very emotional, so I too will try to get through this as I can, but I know he instilled in all of his grandsons strength. But me being the oldest granddaughter, I know that he loved us so much. He took such good care of me. My parents moved away. I remember somebody hit my car, and I went home to Colorado for a summer. And I came back, and the dent was gone. He didn't even tell me. He just pulled the car out right from behind the house, and it was fixed. And that was just the kind of man that he was. He didn't want any praise. If he was here, he'd say, y'all didn't have to do all this. You know? Probably wouldn't have cared if we would have had this in the backyard, you know? But I do know that he loved the Lord so much, and he spent so much time here, and he appreciated each and every person that is here today with all of his heart. And not many people can say it, but he can know each and every one of you by your name. Each and every one of you. But I thank God for everyone today. And thank God, and I'm proud to have his blood running through my veins. And that I too can just continue in the Lord and in life to be just as humble as he was, just as strong, and just as caring. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, everybody. I just want to thank God that I am a granddaughter of this great man. I just want to thank God that all you guys are here to celebrate and rejoice his homegoing. I can remember the things and times that we spent together, and all of the grandchildren that went to BCA, and how our parents were working, and he took time to take care of us, to take us home. He even taught us. He taught us to love one another. I also want to thank God that we had our granddad for this long. And I know he wouldn't want us to mourn, so I'm not going to cry. But I do remember one thing that my grandfather did that was so funny, that makes me remember him. He didn't have, kids that long, so my mom and my father left me with him. And I fell asleep over there, and my grandfather left me here. He left me here. And my father and my mother called to see where I was at, and he forgot I was still asleep over there where you guys are at. So I just want to thank God for all you guys, your support and your love. Just keep us in your prayers, and we love you guys. Thank you.
Praise the Lord, everybody. I, too, am a proud grandson of the late Carl E. Mitchell, Sr. I am privileged to be First of all, I'd like to say that I am so grateful to be the proud grandson of the late Carl E. Mitchell, and that this is definitely a homegoing that was fit for a great man. And I thank you guys for making this possible. Just to see the choir, it seems like it was a reunion choir for real. It's like Waiting Grand all over again. And I start to think about some of the things that Bible Way experienced under his leadership. And the thing that stands out the most is unity and love. We were a loving family, and we still are. We have all the makings inside of us to get that back. As I was talking to my grandfather, and he was, they would say in a comatose state, he was still able to hear. And as I would sit by his bedside and rub on his big hands, I whispered in his ear and I said, "Granddaddy, this is your grandson, Brucey. And I have a question to ask you." I asked him, I said, "Is there any way that I could inherit some of your greatness, some of your love, and all the other great things that you possess inside? Granddaddy, if I can just get just a small percentage of the greatness that you possess and apply it to my life, I promise, I know deep inside that I would be a better man. I'll be a great..." I couldn't help but to be a great father, a great husband, a great friend, a great brother, because he was all those things. I'm not going to take up your time because his life said it all. I've been hearing so many conversations with friends, and come to find out they were family because he loved all of you all the same. We got all the same treatment. One thing that I would like to say about my grandfather that I think that all pastors and ministers alike should seek after is that humility, that love, and not allow ego and material things to come between. It's not about the broadcasting, the networks, the Mercedes-Benz, the Bentleys, the pinstripe suits. It's about being a servant. And see, he really showed us what a servant was all about. See, a servant doesn't always get the acclimates that he's due. See, right now, if righteousness came along with fame and fortune, he would be a very rich man on earth. The news media be all outside these walls trying to get in, but it doesn't. But he got his crown now. shouting here on the pulpit, I was imagining that my grandfather was shouting